Hello children, in this video we are going to start the new chapter, that is lines and angles. First we'll see what is line means. See, consider any 2 points and join them. If you want to draw a line, you have to join 2 points. Or line definition is, one more definition of line is breadthless length is also called as a line. There is no breadth for this, but you can consider the length for the line. This is called as a line. If it is single, we can call this as a line. If there are 2, 3 means we can call them as a lines. And you should be knowing the difference between the line segment and the ray. See, line means we can extend both the sides, like this it will be. This is called as a line. Line segment means it is having end points. Both the sides it is having end points. Means we can't extend left side also, right side also. Those lines are called as a line segment. Suppose if it is like this, we can extend like this. Here you can't extend it. This is called as a ray. Remember that. Line means we can extend both the sides. Line segment, both the sides it will be end point. We can't extend that. And ray means one side it will be end point, one side we can extend it. This is called as a ray. These are called as a lines. This is line segment. And this is called as a ray. Now we'll see the intersecting lines. Intersecting lines means any 2 lines you have to take and they are meeting at single point. This is called as a intersecting point. Suppose I will take this as a O. These lines I will take as a L and M. 2 lines are intersecting at a point O. This point is called as a intersecting point. Like these lines are called as a intersecting lines. Next we'll see parallel lines. Parallel lines means like this lines will be. And L and M I'll take. These 2 lines, distance between these 2 lines will be constant. How much ever you extend these 2 lines, how much ever if you want to, you can extend it, but this distance between these 2 lines will not change. Suppose it is 2 centimeter means wherever you go and measure that the distance will be constant always. Those lines are called as a parallel lines. Means distance between the 2 lines should be constant. How much if you extend also it will be maintaining, both the lines will maintain the constant distance. Then these 2 lines are called as a parallel lines. Then we'll see about the angles. Already you know about the angles. If you take any one point and from this point you are drawing 2 lines, then we can call this as an angle. We can represent it by, like this is 30 degree. Any angle we can take there. In that some types of angles will come. Those angles already you know. First one is acute angle. Angle less than 90 degrees is called as a acute angle. Less than 90 degree is called as a acute angle. Then right angle means angle equal to 90 degrees is called as a right angle. Then obtuse angle means greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree is called as a obtuse angle. Then straight angle. Straight angle means the angle equal to 180 degree. Angle equal to 180 degree is called as a straight angle. For example, one line you take, angle for this full angle is called as a 180 degree. Like these angles are called as a straight angles. Now reflex angles we'll see. Reflect angle means angle greater than 180 degree. Angle greater than 180 and less than 360 degree is called as a reflex angle. Just I will show you what is the meaning of reflex angle in the diagram. See here, suppose it is 30 degrees there. Then if you know that complete angle is 360 degree. Here 30 degrees means this remaining angle will be reflex angle, this angle. This is 330 means remaining out of 360 minus 30. If you are doing means 330. This 330 angle is called as a reflex angle. See, this is 30 degree, this 330. This angle is called as a reflex angle. One more I will show you just. Suppose here 90 degrees there. Okay, this remaining angle is called as a reflex angle. 360 minus 90. 360 minus 90 will be 270. So in this diagram 270 is a reflex angle. They will ask you sometimes what is the reflex angle of 20 degree. 20 degree means you should subtract 20 you have to subtract from the 360, then 340 is a reflex angle of 20 degree. Suppose reflex angle of 60 degrees, 300 is a reflex angle of 60 degree. Like that you have to write it. I hope you understood about the reflex angle. Then, and one more last angle is complete angle. Complete angle means the angle equal to 360 is called as a complete angle. Just you write like this in the classwork. Just write the heading, introduction, and write about this. Now we'll see some of this already you learned. Now we'll see some of the angles which you don't know, or sometimes you learned also. Just we'll see those complementary angles. Complementary angle means if you add any two angles, you have to get the answer as 90 degree there. For example, I'll just take generally. Suppose x plus y. Here x is one angle, y is one angle. If you add those two angles, you have to get the answer as 90 degree. For example, I'll take 30 degree. For 30, what you should add to get the 90 degree? I'll take just x as a 30, y I will write as it is. See what I am saying? Try to understand. Complementary angle means x plus y equal to 90 degree. Okay. Here x I have taken as a 30 degree, and one more angle of complementary we have to find it here. Means if you want to get answer as 90 degree, here 30 degrees there, means here what you have to get, just to calculate that. Why you keep here only, and 30 degree you transfer right side. 90 minus 30 is equal to 60 degree. So why we got 60 degrees? Suppose 30 plus 60 is equal to 90 degree. Then we can call 30 and 60 as a complementary angle. Or sometimes they will ask, what is a complementary angle of 30 degree? Complementary angle of 30 degrees, 60 degree. What is a complementary of 60 degrees? Complementary of 60 degrees, 30 degree. Complementary of 20 degrees, we can say 40 degree. 40 degrees, 50 degree. 40 plus 50 is 90 degrees. Like this we will call the complementary. Sum of the definition if you want. Definition they will not ask. Definition if you want. Sum of the two angles equal to 90 degree. Then we can call those two angles as a complementary angles. Similarly, supplementary angles we'll see. Supplementary angle, here it is. If you add any two angles, you have to get the answer as 180 degree. I'll take angles as A plus B is equal to 180 degree. So here if you add any two angles, you have to get 180. For example, I will take, what is the complementary angle of 80 degree then? 100. Because 100 plus 80 is 180. So complementary angle of 80 degrees 100 degree. Complementary angle of 100 degrees 80 degree. Like that how to write it. Then we'll see adjacent angles. Adjacent angles means I'll just take here, I'll just draw the diagram and I'll show you what is the adjacent angle means. Between two adjacent angles, one common ray and one common vertex should be there. For example, this O point, and here two angles will be there, X and Y. And one more angle I will take. Okay, here X and Y are called as a X angle, X and angle Y are the adjacent angles, we can say. Suppose diagram is like this, also we can draw it. Just I will show you. Okay. See, two conditions should be there. If you want to consider adjacent angles, those two angles should be having a common ray and a common vertex. Vertex means point is called as, here see, angle X and angle Y are having a common ray. This one I will take as a OZ I will take. This is OZ OA I will take, OB I will take, OA, OB. So common vertex between these two, is O. Common ray is this OZ is a common ray. Here I will show you just here this one, three angles A, B, C I will take. Here just you see A and B are the adjacent angles because common ray is here, common vertex is also there, and B and C are also adjacent angles, but we can't say A and C are the adjacent angles because this angle A and angle C are not having a common ray. So always if you want to say adjacent angles, condition should be there. That condition is that common ray should be there between the angles and common vertex should be there. Then only we can call those two angles as a adjacent angles. Then we'll see linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles means, linear means line. So if you add any angles, means if you taking angles on the straight line, here straight line is AB, on this we are taking three angles here, x plus y plus z. If you add them, you are going to get x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degree. Linear pair of angles means sum should be equal to 180 degree there. Then only we can call those angles as a linear pair of angles. We can take two angles also, but the answer you have to get as a linear means straight angle. Straight angle means 180 degree. Always the angle of the line will be 180 degree. So only it is called as a linear pair of angles. Sum of the angles equal to 180 degree. See, supplementary also same thing. Sum of the angles equal to 180 degree, and linear pair of angles is also same thing. But here we will take on the line so many angles we can take. How many if you want you can take, but on the line how many if you are dividing also, sum should be equal to 180 degree. Then we can call those angles as a linear pair of angles. Just to remember that also. Now we'll see vertically opposite angles. When we are going to get the vertically opposite angles, I already told you about the intersecting lines. If any lines are intersecting like this, then opposite angles. Here I'll take this A, B, C, D. Here A and C are the vertically opposite angles, D and B are the vertically opposite angles. And one more condition is always vertically opposite angles will be equal. Remember that vertically opposite angles will be equal. Angle A is equal to angle C, and these are called as the vertically opposite angles. When we are going to get the vertically opposite angles, if two lines are intersecting, that time we are going to get the two pair of opposite angles. Those are called as the vertically opposite angles. Here A and C and B is equal to D. These two are also vertically opposite angles. And we'll see parallel lines and a transversal here. This is also one of the important concept in the lines and angle chapter. And here you just observe two lines I considered here, M and N. These two lines are parallel here. Here M and N are parallel lines. Parallel lines, and this L line is a transversal. This is called as a transversal. This is called as a transversal. Now, after drawing these two parallel lines and transversal, we are going to get 8 angles here. These are the 8 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if these two lines are parallel, then only these whatever we are taking here, those angles will be equal. First we will see the corresponding angles. Means what? Here in this diagram, just to observe angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 2 is corresponding to 6. Means angle 2 is equal to 6, we can write it. Means here totally we are going to get 4 pairs of corresponding angles. So in that first pair is 2 and 6. Angle 2 and angle 6 are the corresponding angles, and these two angles are equal if the line M and N are parallel. Remember always. See, you are going to get like this also will be. Two lines, L and M I'll take. Here just to observe, this L and M are not a parallel lines, but you are going to get the angles here also. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It here also you are going to get, but we can't say here two 2 and 6 are corresponding angles, we can say, but we can't say 2 is equal to 6. When the corresponding angles will be equal, if the lines are parallel, then only we can say those two angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Which are the corresponding angles? Identifying is also important, and when they are equal also is important. When they are equal, if the lines are parallel, then only they are equal. If the lines are not parallel, they are corresponding angles, but they are not equal angles. So here angle 2 and 6 are the corresponding angles, and one more pair is angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5 are also corresponding angles, and angle 3 7. Angle 3 and angle 7, and one more pair is angle 4 and angle 8 are also corresponding angles. When these corresponding angles are equal, if the lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Now alternate interior angles we'll see. Alternate means like this angles, and interior means always inside these parallel lines. These are inside, outside. These are called as outside angles. Outer angles are 1, 2, 7, 8 are the outer angles, and the inside interior angles are 3, 4, 5, 6. These are called as the interior angles, and 1, 2, 7, 8 are called as the exterior angles. So here alternate interior angles they are asking. So alternate interior angles are 3 and 6, 4 and 5. Angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles, and angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles, and alternate interior angles are equal if the lines are parallel. Suppose lines are not parallel, means these are alternate interior angles, but they will not be equal. Remember that always. So 3 and 6 like this, alternate means Z shape it will come. Suppose if you are drawing like this, see like this, if you are drawing this two angles 3 and 6, and like this if you are drawing the Z like this, these two angles like this if you are drawing here, these two angles are called as a 4 and 5 are called as a alternate interior angles, will be equal if the lines are parallel. Similarly alternate exterior angles. Now see like that only, here exterior angles 1 and 8, angle 1 and angle 8 are exterior alternate angles. Next 2 and 7, angle 2 and angle 7 are also alternate exterior angles, and these two angles are also equal if the lines are parallel. And last one is co-interior angles. Co means same side, same. Co means same, interior means inside. Co means same, interior means inside, means same side of the transversal and inside the parallel lines. Here 4 and 6 same side of the transversal. 4 and 6 are called as a angle 4. 4 and 6 are called as a co-interior angles, and in this condition is angle 4 plus angle 6 will be equal to 180 degree. Always sum of the co-interior angle is equal to 180 degree if the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel. If lines are parallel. You should identify the co-interior angles and how they are relating, you have to remember. Here and all corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles will be equal, but co-interior angle, sum of the co-interior angle equal to 180 degree. And one more pair of co-interior angles are angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3 and angle 5 are the co-interior angles. Sum of the co-interior angle is equal to 180 degree. So these corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles and co-interior angles. This is very important concept. You're going to solve the sums on this concept. You should remember all these basic definitions and this concept. In the next video, we are going to start the exercise of this chapter. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.